Hey viewers, welcome back to the e-learning platform of the GS College of Commerce, Wardha. GS College of Commerce, Wardha, we are taking this initiative of the YouTube video lectures, and I'm going to take your 6th SEM Indian Economy lecture. Okay. Under this today's lecture, I'm going to deal with the syllabus. This syllabus is the Indian economy, and this syllabus is little bit a bigger one. Okay, let's see what are the syllabus is. The syllabus is basically comprised of the 4 units. The first unit is actually related with the Indian agriculture. The second unit deals with the Indian industry. The third unit deals with the Indian service sector, and the fourth unit actually deals with the contribution of the Indian economic thinkers. Okay, so the syllabus is divided into the 4 units, and these 4 units are actually related with the Indian agriculture, Indian industry, service sector, and the Indian thinkers contribution. In the earlier semester, that is the 5th SEM, you had seen the fundamental aspects or basic infrastructure related aspects of the Indian economy. Okay, now we will deal with here the main aspects of the Indian economy, that is agriculture, industry, and the service sector. Let's see what are the syllabus is. What is the syllabus? So the first unit is the Indian agriculture. That Indian agriculture unit comprised of, first one there, role of agriculture in the Indian economy. Okay. So we are going to see here the importance of the agriculture in the Indian economy. Similarly, under the first unit, we are going to see the cooperative farming, the concept of the cooperative farming and the marketing. Similarly, the third unit deals with the green revolution. Okay, green revolution, the contribution of the green revolution is very important in the Indian economy. So the green revolution. After that, the next chapter is related with the agricultural productivity. Then the next one is their agricultural marketing and the agricultural finance. After that, we are going to see the NABARD, and the next one is their problems and remedies of the Vidarbha agriculture district. So if you will see overall this syllabus is basically deals with the Indian agriculture. Okay, whereby we are going to see the problems as well as remedies of the Indian agriculture. What are the problems which the Indian agriculture suffers under different heads, like the productivity, agricultural productivity, similarly the marketing, agricultural marketing, and the agricultural finance. Okay, then the unit 2 is comprised of the Indian industry. Okay, whereby we are going to see the MSMEs, okay, micro, small and medium enterprise. Again, their merits and demerits. Similarly, the problems of the MSMEs which are suffered by this MSMEs. Okay, then the next one under there is the role of public sector industries. Okay, PSUs, their role. After that, the initiative which is taken by the government of the privatization of the PSUs. Okay, PSUs. So here the privatization of the public sector industries under the second unit. Then the methods of privatization policy in India. Okay, so these are the aspects which we are going to see under the unit 2. Similarly, we are going to see here the arguments in favor and against of the privatization. But naturally, the privatization is actually opposed by many groups of the society or many groups of the people in India. So they are the arguments which are put forward for the favor as well as against of the privatization. Okay, so arguments in favor and against of the privatization. Then the next one is their industrial sickness. See, in India, this is one of the problem of the Indian industries, and that is the industrial sickness. Okay, Indian industries suffer with this industrial sickness. Many small scale industries suffers with the industrial sickness. So industrial sickness. After that, there is actually the problems and remedies to the Vidarbha industrialization. Okay, problems and remedies to the Vidarbha industrialization. See, we are actually here dealing with the RTM Nagpur University syllabus. So here it's also considered the Vidarbha industrialization, their problems as well as remedies. So if you will see the unit 2, the unit 2 entirely deals with the industries in India. Okay, whereby we are going to see the MSMEs, whereby we are going to see the public sector undertakings, similarly the privatization process in India, the policies or the methodology which is adopted for the privatization. Okay, similarly the industrial sickness, after that the industrial sickness and the arguments in favor and against of the privatization. Okay, so this is overall the second unit. Okay, so the first unit is focused towards the agriculture, the second unit is focused towards the industry, the third unit basically deals with the service sector. As we all know, these are the three pillars of the any economy. One is the agriculture, then the industry and the service sector. So service sector is also one of the important aspects of the Indian economy. So here we will going to see the service sector as well as the international trade. Okay, so the third unit is actually the Indian service sector and the international trade, whereby we are going to see the growth and importance of the service sector in India. Okay, growth and importance. Similarly, the government reforms in service sector, whatever the reforms which take place in the service sector, similarly the challenges and opportunities in the Indian service sectors. Okay, challenges, what are the challenges as well as what are the opportunities before the Indian service sector. Okay, similarly there is actually the composition and the direction of the India's import and export. Okay, India's import and export, this aspect is taken because this unit deals with the service sectors as well as the international trade. Okay, so composition, what are the ingredients of the India's import as well as export. Okay, what are the items actually which are imported as well as exported in India. Okay, similarly there is also one thing, that is the balance of payment position of India. Balance of payment position in India. So these are the aspects which are going to be covered in the third unit. Okay, so third unit deals with the service sector as well as along with the service sector there is also that international trade. Okay, then the next one is there, the fourth unit. The fourth unit deals with the contribution of the Indian thinkers. Contribution of the Indian thinkers in the Indian economy. Okay, so thereby we will see the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi. Similarly, we are going to see the contribution of the Pandit Deen Dayal Upadhyay. After that, the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar and the Ram Manohar Lohia. These are the thinkers whose contribution we are going to see in terms of their theories, in terms of their views towards the different aspect related with the Indian economy. So this is actually the entire syllabus. As far as the paper pattern is concerned, the paper pattern is also just like your 5th semester. So the questions are comprised of the entire syllabus. The first question has the two choices, where the first question has the sub questions A, B or C, whereby we are having the internal choice. A is comprised of 8 marks, B is comprised of 8 marks and C is comprised of 16 marks. Okay, and the question will definitely come from the first unit. The question number 2 will be from the second unit. Again the pattern is remaining the same, 8, 8 and 16. Then the question number 3 again will come from the question unit 3. The pattern is remaining the same. A is of 8 marks, B is of 8 marks and C is of 16 marks. There is an option AB, either AB or C. Then the question number 4. The question number 4 is actually from the 4th unit. Again the pattern is remaining the same. A is of 8 marks, B is of 8 marks or C is of 16 marks. Okay, and these questions will come from the 4th unit itself. As far as the question number 5 is concerned, there is no choice. A, B, C, D, all these questions are compulsory, and these questions is of 4 marks each. Okay. Similarly, A is of 4 marks, will come from the first unit, B is of 4 marks, will come from the second unit, C is of the 4 marks, which will come from the third unit, and D is again for the 4 marks, and it will come from the 4th unit. Okay, so this is your entire syllabus. As far as this syllabus is concerned, this syllabus is quite large. Here the number of chapters are more, but as far as the economic point of view, we will see these syllabus is quite easy as compared to the other syllabus, or the first year syllabus or the second year syllabus. Here we are going to see the entire aspects related with the Indian economy. Okay, so we had seen today the syllabus of the Indian economy, where we are going to see, where we had seen the unit 1, which is comprised of the agriculture, unit 2, which is comprised of the industry, unit 3, which is comprised of the service sector, madam, unit 4, which is comprised of the contribution of the Indian economic thinkers. So that's all today from my side. We are going to see these aspects in detail from the next video lecture. Thank you.